Hello, all. So let's see what's going on in the world today. It says 21 biological factors that explain why more women suffer from mental illness. Oh, what is it? Don't say periods. They get really upset when you say that. No more jokes from me. Let us get to hormonal fluctuations. Women experience significant hormonal changes throughout their life due to menstruation. What did I say? Pregnancy and menopause. These fluctuations can greatly impact mood and are linked to conditions such as premenstruation dysphoric disorder, postpartum depression, and perimenopausal depression. God damn. just it just seems like a poorly built machine. It breaks down too much to be functional. You just gotta build a new model, you know? Uh, Societal expectations. Women are mentally ill because society expect them not to be. Women often face societal pressures to fill multiple roles such as caregiver, professional, and homemaker. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Because it seems to me that you're listing personal responsibilities. Any person with a child is expected to be a caregiver. Any person with a job is expected to be a professional. And any person with a home is expected to be a homemaker. So the pressure can lead to stress, anxiety, and sense of failure. Life can lead to all of those things. So you're telling me they're not adapted to life. Higher rates of, oh, yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Economic inequality. Oh, come on, man. Are you serious? Women often earn less than men. Women also take more government subsidies and, you know, women subsist off of tax dollars more than men as well. Free money, basically. So economic inequality, you saying? When you, all right. Anyways, guess it can lead to mental breakdowns because you broke. Uh, Body image issues. So you're telling me they're insecure, that therefore they go insane. Okay, gotcha. Caregiver stress. You already said that one. Women are more likely to assume caregiving roles for children, elderly relatives, or ill family members. Yes, but women are also number one when it comes to causing harm to children, elderly relatives, and ill family members. So maybe they shouldn't be doing those roles. Gender bias in healthcare. Come on, man. It's not bias. You have different parts and your body works different. The doctors got to know these things and treat it differently. Are you serious? Women's symptoms are often not taken as seriously as men's in healthcare settings. Women go to the doctors more than men. And often they complain about things that just aren't a serious medical issue. What is the doctor supposed to do? Give you a prescription for a bunch of pills because you have a headache? That's not reasonable. Postpartum changes. Postpartum depression affects approximately 15% of women following childbirth due to a combination of hormonal changes, psychological adjustment to motherhood, and sleep deprivation. Unlike men, women have a unique risk of experiencing mental health disorders associated with childbirth. So you're saying they shouldn't be anywhere near children. Lifetime prevalence of anxiety. You're making the case that they're just not well adjusted to life more and more to the point that you're just outright saying it. This seems like misogyny to me. Studies indicate that women are about twice as likely as men to suffer from anxiety disorders. Women's brains appear more sensitive to stress hormones and are more likely to develop anxiety as a coping mechanism. Anxiety is a coping mechanism? Hmm. Guess a computer virus is a coping mechanism from all the porn I've been. Um, the high prevalence of anxiety disorders in women highlights the need for targeted mental health interventions. All right, now good luck with telling a woman that she might need therapy. Less social support. Are you serious? The gender with the most social support don't have enough social support? Okay. You're the most in need, the most recipients of help, and also the victims of not getting all those things that you're already getting. That is crazy to me. Women are expected to be caregivers. Unpaid labor. You're expected to do all this thing, and you're expected to be rewarded for it. But you also don't want to do this thing, and you think men should do more of it. It's like you are the victim, and you take credit for that, and you're also the victim of not receiving that, and you take credit for that. It's like you win no matter what. Stigma and shame. The stigma surrounding mental illness can be particularly harsh for. Are you serious? They have the most mental health problems. Their biology is just out of whack and constantly breaking down. And society is just putting pressure on them to do things that adults are supposed to do. And also, they're being shamed for being mentally ill, which is causing them to be mentally ill. That is crazy. I just did it. I just shamed. They got me. Genetic genetic predisposition. How are women more genetically predisposed to be mentally ill? Research suggests that women may be genetically predisposed to certain types of depression and anxiety. Does any does anything not cause women to just break down? Their genetics, their society, their responsibilities, just how do they live? How do they live? They're they're allergic to life. How are they supposed to even exist? I don't. Chronic health conditions. Oh, their biology failing them, and just randomly just have health conditions. And also, their doctors don't take them seriously, but yet they're diagnosed with chronic health conditions. How are the doctors not taking their health conditions seriously, but also diagnosing them with chronic health conditions? How is women suffer higher rates of chronic health conditions such as fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, and autoimmune diseases, which are linked to increased rates of depression and anxiety. Man, the doctors sure are taking them seriously for some people that don't take them seriously. Reproductive rights issues. Oh, come the issues surrounding reproductive rights, including the ability to control one's reproductive health, can cause significant anxiety and stress. So if they don't get to terminate life at the rate that they want to terminate life because it inconveniences them, then it can cause them mental health issues. You would think you'd be mentally ill to sanction a human being to be the judge, jury, and executioner of their own offspring. But apparently, not doing that is causing them mental illness. Retirement and aging. Like I said, life. They're allergic to life. Women face particular challenges as they age, even though everyone ages, such as widowhood, the loss of social networks, and the onset of age-related illnesses, which can lead to depression. Women often have fewer financial resources in retirement due to a lifetime of lower earnings. These factors can contribute to increased anxiety and depression in elderly women. All those happy homeless guys must be really, must feel really sorry for you ladies to have lower earnings and just gracefully go to your old age with all that government support. Them out on the streets must feel really bad for you ladies. Motherhood penalties. The hell. Mental health issues caused by them not being able to terminate their children. And when they decide not to terminate their children, they some penalties are enacted on them. The motherhood penalty refers to the economic and career disadvantages that mothers often face, contrasting sharply with the fatherhood bonus. Are you serious? Have you heard of a thing called child support? I don't think there's a bonus where men may see increased earnings after becoming fathers. They're increased earnings because they have to work more hours because they're fathers. That is a penalty, ma'am. That money is not going to their pockets and their goddamn G-Wagons. It's going to their families. These penalties can include lower pay. Well, if you're working less, what did you think was going to happen? Perceived incompetence? Is it perceived? If it's affecting your pay, it's not perceived. I'm pretty sure the last thing people would want to do is somehow discourage someone from being competent by paying them less. Oh my God. Uh, just amazing. Early puberty and its effect. Getting old and being young both make them mentally ill. They're officially allergic to life. What is happening? Fear of violence. Sweetheart, Everybody fears violence. In fact, all living things fear violence. That is not a unique trait. Women's greater fear of violence, whether it's justified by actual higher risk or not, contributes to their mental health. So, in essence, the anxiety about getting hurt cause them mental health issues, even though statistically they experience violence far less than men. And you say perceived incompetence, they're failing at life. Access to mental health resources. They have the most. In many regions, especially in developing countries, women have less access to mental health resources than men. Are you serious? Are you actually goddamn serious? How in the world do you think men have access to more mental health resources than women? How in the goddamn world? Cultural norms may restrict women's mobility and their ability to seek treatment without a male's relative's permission. Double bind of professionalism and warmth. Being nice as causing women to go insane. Women in professional settings often face a double bind of needing to appear competent but not too assertive, which could be perceived as unlikable. I'm sorry to break this to you, but being the boss of someone, being in charge of someone, automatically puts you in a position where they most likely are not going to like you. But if you have an obsession with being liked, you probably shouldn't try to be the boss. Probably not for you. Maybe you don't have the mental predisposition disposition. God damn it. Maybe you're just not mentally well enough to be in charge. Traditional role conflict. Even as societal roles have evolved, many women still face the conflict of traditional expectations versus modern realities. Did you not just get done saying that older women have a problem of spending their lifetime having lower earnings for their retirement? That problem was addressed by traditional roles. That was specifically why those roles existed, so that women don't have to worry about the financial portion. But now you're saying that is a problem as well. The, the solution to the problem that you addressed before is also a problem. All right. Well, anyways, until next time.